I'm sleepy.
That is how I remember it.
And that was when Danielle was on the floor. So.
Yeah. No. When she was telling a story, I was like slowly getting out of it.
Like you remember.
I do, somewhat. Oh, but that yes counter was like my favorite.
Yes, I love the yes counter. I was like, I didn't realize they said it that many times.
Questions?
What was everyone's reaction to Squid's story?
I just realized I haven't watched it.
Awesome.
When you say squiggly story, which squiggly story do you mean?
Yeah,
do you mean
exactly?
the squiggly story that there is not a story? The story?
Or do you mean...
Because that's the one I am familiar with, and I was amused. Well, yeah, when it's all like, 2 weeks? That whole, yes, that's the one I'm familiar with. I was amused.
She will do the Marie line where she's just like 2 weeks. 2 weeks!
Any other questions? Oh, there are, yes. Okay, we will answer this question with what's our favorite quote, but then we will respond with what's your favorite quote, because that will be more entertaining to me.
Wait, like our favorite quote from our character, then the favorite quote from a different character.
Well, no. Then we'll ask somebody. Okay, you start with Laura. Your favorite quote from your character?
My favorite quote is, side effects include nausea, headaches, and death. I just love that line.
Who's a Valentine fan out there? What's your favorite Valentine line? Yes, you in the blue hair.
Tell me where it hurts.
Do it.
Of course. Tell me where it hurts.
Now we're playing a game. Sarah, what's your favorite line of Peacock?
The one that actually is the one I use from now on to get back in character.
Hey, look at that! I crowned a princess!
And Peacock fans, is there anybody else with a... Yes, what's your favorite Peacock line?
Oh, wait.
You weren't expecting
Did I do that line? I thought it was time to paint the town red.
Time to paint the town red!
I want to add, Sarah, my favorite line of Peacock's is actually the one when you and Mikey were playing together. And you're like, wait,
hang on, I just want to do this. Well, you can tell by the way I use my watch.
Got that swagger.
Kieran, does this question apply to Marie?
She has plenty of lines.
No, but I feel like you kind of got the short end of the stick. You can make up your own favorite line too if your call-outs aren't enough.
No, I like the line where she says, "You are already dead."
That's pretty badass. Anybody else have a favorite Marie line? Or we're also opening up to when she has fuller story. What would be a great line for Marie? Anyone? Anyone? Oh! We got one in the back, yes.
It's all my fault.
Are you ready for
She
feels?
is sad.
Wait.
So ready for feels.
One more, Kieran.
It's all my fault.
All of you should cry now. Danielle, Painwheel, what's your favorite line?
My favorite line is, "Close your head."
Gosh,
For Valentine, yeah.
And Painwheel fans, what's your favorite line? Yes. Can you? I don't want you to do it because I know you might leave.
Aaron, I got this. Death crawl.
So badass. Robo Fortune? Robo Fortune? I can't help it. Robo Fortune is totally my favorite. Miss Fortune.
Okay, for Miss Fortune,
It's all the rest.
and Robo Fortune, I'm trying to think, there's lots of them.
That's not what your motherboard said last night, beep boop meow.
That's racist! Awesome.
Try saying it.
I'm an egret.
Look at Dumble.
My favorite line is, no. Oh my god. That's a great line. Oh, how did Eric do it? He did like the best.
Eric right there is one of the egrets as well.
Eric is another egret.
Well, excuse me, princess.
Why are you up here?
My favorite Parasol line is, winners don't do drugs. Freaking love that. I don't know why you put that in there, but I love that line. And yes, I love that. I freaking love that. Yes, sir.
Take the shot.
Take the shot.
Alex, what's your favorite line?
We can't talk about that.
That was a good question. So I like
we'll be judging you,
fun.
Alex.
That was fun for both us and you.
Alex. Pick your favorite line. I want to know.
Pick all
I
of
want to
them.
know. I'm asking.
Oh, you mean just one line?
Oh.
I keep thinking of Sarabella and Time for. She's not
here. That's why it's the diplomatic answer.
What? Oh yeah. No, yeah.
You have to choose.
What was it? Yeah, there's a lot. Cause also, I figured it'd be funny to choose someone who wasn't here, just to mess with you guys. But
Do your best Sarabella impression.
oh, I just like that. Sorry. Time for you, curtain call. No, exactly. Right, yeah. No, but yeah. I think I don't know. It's hard to choose right now. Yeah. I also wanted to say garbage day, but I hear that on a lot. Two of them.
Do garbage day. Do it.
Garbage day!
Well, I also wanted to mention that there's actually a lot of fans of Marie in Japan also. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, do you? I'll definitely let them know. Wasn't the guy from Evo also a Marie fan? I remember he was mentioning he was like a Miss Fortune fan and a Marie fan. Nice. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. That's definitely possible. I'll do an announcer and they'll be all awkwardly, weirdly nasal.
Although I am excited for the drunk narrator DLC. Josh Tomar is hilarious.
Josh said, like, before he goes in the booth, he is just going to take like 6 shots. And then he's just pulling the
And he's hilarious. We got a preview and it's going to be so good.
KG has a bottle of devil water. I swear to God. It came from the teat of the devil himself. It tastes like acid going down your throat.
What's even happening in this match?
Tastes like socks.
It's gonna be amazing.
So gonna be good. Questions, more questions. We're gonna try and, if there's anybody who hasn't asked a question, but we will respect those who have, and we will come back to you. But if there's anybody who hasn't.
How outraged are you at no Skullgirls in the game room?
Oh yeah.
There's no Skullgirls in the game room? Let's go there right now and fix this.
Bitch is about to get cut.
That is not true. There is Skullgirls.
Oh, there is.
Sure of it.
Maybe it just gets rotated, you know?
I made sure of it.
Oh, nice. You're a hero. Okay, awesome. There you go.
Now no one has to die.
Also, if you check out the
my
Hanadoki
blade.
table, Skullgirls is also being played at the Hanadoki table.
Oh, is that the ones outside? Okay, yeah, cool.
You saved lives today, sir.
Oh, always.
Me too, with my blades.
You would only hear, you just hear beep boop meow, coming down the hallway louder and louder and louder.
They open the door and there's 7,000 skeletons. How about that?
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
It does look like a chef hat. Oh, we need Mike, don't we? Oh, wait.
Why quarter turns? I guess I'm speaking for Mike here, but I think mostly it's easier. We didn't want to go too crazy with the types of moves, and because a lot of people would be doing things with pads, that's just the way it is. Professional guys use sticks, and a lot of the things where it's up, down, left, right, or hitting lots of corners and things like that, which are much more popular with things like Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear. Those are easy to do with sticks, but if you want to be a little bit more accessible, you know, quarter turns and making it more consistent between all the characters help for, you know, getting people to learn the different characters. So I think that's the basic gist behind that.
Good answer. Good answer.
The
Survey
answer
says.
is why not quarter turns.
I second that.
Yes, indeed.
Next question. KG's doing the picture.
Well, the dude in the suit, right? I don't think
Wait, I pointed
He
him
stood
out
up.
already.
He stood up.
Tang.
He stood up.
Tang, he's standing and everything.
We have an order now.
So, if you guys have seen the Steam trading card art for Skullgirls, which one is your favorite?
I haven't seen it. Where do I
haven't
want
seen
to see
it.
it?
No, I'm sad.
Show it to me now.
You know what? I've actually
I
seen
have the
some
game
of
on
it.
Steam, but I don't play it on Steam. Like,
Like,
I
you don't
have
have
it,
trading cards.
but I don't. So I have. I'm saying I haven't seen them.
I've actually
I'm saying
seen.
I can't answer because I haven't seen them.
I've actually
But
seen some.
Valentine's my favorite.
Yeah. You know what? I've actually seen some of the Steam cards, and I love all of them. But I really love Painwheels. It's just I love the lighting, and I just love. Yes, it is a rip-off, but I love the lighting in the card, and I love the poison and the blood, and yeah.
First question, it was
Yes. Oh, it sounded like you were about to.
Yeah.
Gimlet. Sorry,
Wait,
sorry.
Coleman's
Pause.
gonna
I'm putting
answer.
you on pause, sir. Pause.
Putting you on pause. Get it? Okay.
She's very funny.
I have two favorites. One is the default for Miss Fortune because she's fighting Robo Fortune in hers.
That's badass.
And I also like the one for Beowulf, mostly because you see Sarah Bell being a complete fangirl in his. I'm like, yes, I wish I was you.
Unpause.
I was just wondering how when the game first came out, there was like a lot of reviews about how the game had nothing to sell other than sexuality. I just want to know how you guys dealt with that. What was your reaction to that?
Well, I have the girls out today in honor of breast cancer. You know.
You're talking about like the press reaction to or like all that stuff. Actually, for the most part, I more or less ignored it.
Because I think it speaks for itself. I think that it's very ignorant to talk about a game that is all female strong characters that don't use sex to get further in whatever it is they're trying to accomplish. They're not trying to seduce anyone. They are being themselves. They happen to be sexy as all get out, but that is not sexist. What's sexist is having hundreds and thousands of first-person shooter games that hire maybe one or two women to actually work on a video game. So women like us, for us to actually be professional voice actresses where we're working all the time, it takes a lot of work for us to book in jobs where there's maybe one or two chicks per game, except for the Japanese RPGs. Thank God for Japanese RPGs. But if it weren't for the Japanese, like the American stuff that's being made, we would be unemployed mostly all of the time. So that in itself is against... it would just be right? Like that, we're being employed, we're strong females, we can express ourselves and be tough. I mean, there's a princess that's running things on one side, it's pretty badass. So I think anything out there is coming from people who don't understand the state of affairs. That's my personal opinion. But you may have all different theories about that.
I like how Katie leaned back.
I'm a dude.
I like how he leaned out of the way like...
I agree with what she said.
Well, to piggyback a bit on that, because I also was very surprised at the vitriol people were having about it because there were, characters that had big boobs, and I'm like, but there are characters that have virtually no boobs. There are all these different body types, and isn't that great? Isn't it great that you have a game with a small roster, and they're all females, and they all have completely different silhouettes? You can look at two completely different characters and know exactly who they are without seeing any colors or anything, and that's like, first off, that's great art. Hey! Second off, that's, again, it's the opposite of, being sexist, because it's not like, oh, well, This character is defined by the fact that she is the female on the roster, or one of the 2 females on the roster, because we're going to have a super girly one and then more of a tomboy one. You know, like, you have all these different personalities. And you have, I mean, Double! Double is amazing! We, as females, we very, 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 very rarely get to play monsters or, like, creature-y things, because it's always like, oh, well, it's a monster, so it is automatically a guy. Just kind of like, what? But Double's awesome. Like, I don't understand why that wasn't celebrated as, you know, I thought it was cool. Like, before it was in the game, I thought it was cool. I was like, this is great. So, yeah, more female ugly creature things. I say this as a female Tauren. Warcraft. I like playing creatures and being ugly. I mean, I like being pretty too. I love playing as Valentine, but it's cool that there's just options and diversity.
Well, I do want to say I feel like the egrets are objectified a little. I mean, look at those tight pants. Look at all that leather and bondage.
Get back into the royal kitchen and make her a sandwich.
Oh.
Get her little sister ice cream.
One thing I like too about the Skullgirls is they all have really different personalities. They're not stereotypical female video game characters that you see when you play a lot of games. You see like, okay, well here's like the damsel in distress and here's the sexy character and stuff like that. I feel like everyone's really well-rounded and everyone has an interesting story behind them.
Great question. Oh, wait. I was gonna... I might just be desensitized because I've been watching anime since I was in 5th grade. I've seen a lot of crap.
About that.
I watched Handmaid May, for God's sakes, and I liked it. I liked that show. You know why? It didn't matter if there was a bunch of TNA. TNA's whatever. If you don't like TNA, it's there. But is there something of value under that TNA? That's what I'm. It's like that. Then you know. And I don't really see it as, I don't see Skullgirls as sexist.